Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 12th of September for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you a flavour of what to expect this week for us all collectively, but please stay with me as I dive deep and give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail. Now, late last week there was a full moon in the sign of Pisces, but it was angling to Uranus, the planet of change and the planet of truth. And you know, if we can use that more innovative energy of Uranus as we come into this week, it would be a good thing to do. And that means being open to fresh approaches. But we can take a fresh approach to either our spiritual, emotional and psychological well-being or to our physical well-being. And it means that the available energy we do have is likely to be limited somewhat. And therefore we need to apply it to things that are really meaningful, and that means prioritizing. However, the Sun is linking brilliantly to Pluto. When they're in a trine, this can see us changing something physically in our world, but also can trigger deep changes within us. And sometimes Pluto pushes us to change things before we're even conscious that that actually might be a good thing for us. Also, there is an opposition between Mercury and the other ruler of Pisces, Jupiter. And this is going to be going on right from now, right through to the end of the month. And they're both in retrograde, and in their own way they both have an impact on travel but also ideas. So I think it's important that we stay quite grounded around our ideas and philosophies. We may find ourselves or see generally quite a lot of different viewpoints competing against one another. I know that's quite a feature of modern life, but it can be even more prevalent. But if you are journeying anywhere or you're thinking of buying a new mode of transport, it's just asking us to try to stay very realistic, keep one foot on terra firma. Now, all week, Venus and Mars are also in somewhat of a squabble. And Venus in the sign of Virgo along with the Sun, it's not its best location. It's known as being in full. And Mars is in Gemini, so what you've got is the quick ideas of Mars in Gemini competing with the rather more cautious and practical energies of Venus in Virgo, but not quite so affectionate and openly sharing of emotion. And also the quarter moon, which occurs on Saturday, reflects that square between Venus and Mars because it's in Gemini, and that can create quite a lot of frenetic energy. So we've got nervous energy washing around this week, and then we've got the physical drive of Virgo being challenged by the moon position and then Neptune. So energy a little bit sensitive, and important that if we're going through changes, the changes we're trying to achieve are achievable. And I think it's just all about slowing things down and just making sure the things we're working on are the most meaningful and important strands and not getting scattered too much. So Taurus, your week commencing the 12th of September forecast suggests the energy ongoing from the full moon was asking you to balance things a little bit. Perhaps your time, everyone may want to seem to have a piece of you at the moment, which is rather flattering, and there could be a lot of attention that could be very gratifying. It could be for your creative talents. It may be, if you're single, that someone is really proven to be quite mesmerizing. But with Neptune in the mix, how much can you rely upon some of the energies that are manifesting? It could be that someone seems quite mysterious or a little bit unavailable, but at the same time enormously enticing. Oh dear, what a wonderful problem to have, Taurus. So it could be very exciting, but you just need to be aware that Neptune can in some ways disguise quite subtly where someone is really coming from. But the Sun's link to Pluto is really superb. So if you're wanting to learn new skills or share knowledge you've got, your enthusiasm and passion and high energy can really grab someone's attention. So that can be really gratifying. However, the square between Saturn and Uranus is much more challenging. And of course, Saturn's in your 10th house of responsibilities and work. And perhaps what Uranus is saying to you is that you want to be even more of a free spirit. So if you want to make your way to the boardroom, you have to kind of in some way put your individuality to one side. Is that what you want to do? Choices, decisions. But if you want to be more in touch with the individual side of your nature, it may seem that your options are a little bit limited, but what you're really doing is investing in what's truly authentically you. And I think all this 5th house energy can really see you flourish. It's just that Mars could see you just want to get stuck in and not worry too much about what the implications may be.